Howdy folks, General back to you. Got you another little tool that you can patent. Now this one don't look like much, but it sure is handy. Now let me tell you about it. If you got something other that you need a hand wheel for it's like a set screw where you can adjust something, you go to the store and order. They don't have these most of the time. That's 3/8 by 1, and it's plastic, I guess. I don't think it's Bakelite. Doesn't sound like Bakelite, but it might be. But these darn things are $8 a piece. Yeah, $8. You got to be careful with them too. You don't want to tear them up. Well, I come up with my own. Now I made these 3 inches from here to here. That's 1/8 by 1 flat bar, and I just rounded the edges on it, and then I made me a little device to hold the thing where everything would be happy, where all I had to do was weld it on each side and be done with it. Paint it white and then paint it yellow. Okay. And like I say, it ain't pretty, but I made this for me for making those. You need a spacer that's the same thickness. See this area right here that's between this landing here on your bolt head and the threads? If you look at it, that right there, it's even. That keeps the bolt straight. Keeps it from getting whomper jawed like that. If you just put that in there like that, see the angle of the threads? It's downhill. You put this little spacer block in there, set that in there, it's not downhill. And then you take your spacer block, set it in there like that, and then put what you're going to use for the handle, and it lines up with your points on your see the points right here? And that lines up with your paddle handle. I'm going to pause that for just a second. Okay, now I'm fixing to show you something to do. Get you a good pair of these. Get your Vice Grip brand, and not the seat clamp type. Now you want these, and grind you off a little flat spot right here, and weld that to the corner of your cutting bench or your welding bench, where this is sticking off the edge about like that, and where this right here is level. This level right here, and leave all this folder all sticking up. You want to weld a good solid bead on both sides of that. And you'll find that that comes in more handy when you open that thing up. You set something in there. Well, this is already solid. You adjust that down, squeeze it down to it, and it's going to hold it right there where you can dress it and do whatever you want to with it. That's how I do mine on these. So I'm going to see if I can get this done where you can see it. Like I say, it's automatic on my other one, because it's already on my table, see. All right, now you see what you got there. This is on the table. This is already level. You're welding this bolt to that paddle right there. This is on the table, so it's solid. Your welding lead is on your table. This is just floating, but it doesn't make any difference where it's at. You know, you're going to strike an arc right here and run a bead on that right there. And you don't need but 3/8 of an inch long bead. Then take it out, flip it over, run a bead on the other side, lay it aside, get you another one. Make you up about a dozen of them at a time. Right? Then you get you a piece of some of that blue painter's tape, and you wrap the threads, and you spray it all white. Just flat white. I like that X2 paint. That's the best paint I ever used. By Rust-Oleum. And after you paint it white and it dries, then you paint it marigold yellow. That's OSHA safety yellow. That's this right here. Or you can paint it whatever color you want, but you know, that stands out real good. And like I say, you can't buy these anywhere. You'd have to have a job shop make them for you. And then you're looking at some money there. And those things that you got to buy, you got to be careful with them, because you don't want to break them. You're not going to break these. I wish somebody would patent these things where they'd be available, where you could go to fastener places or hardware stores and stuff and buy them by the half dozen or dozen, you know? I mean, it just makes sense. So there's an idea for somebody else, you know, to patent these things. And they don't have to be 3/8 16. It'd be half 13 or quarter 20, 5/16 18. You know, and not just inch long. Make them an inch and a quarter, inch and a half long, and put a little cardboard doolally on it like these has got. You know, little mailing tube doolalies. Those cotton pickers there are $8 a piece. These things here probably be about $3 a piece. And you ain't gonna break them, even if you put a wrench on it. You know, depends on how good a welder you are. I mean, I don't think you're gonna break a weld like that, but of course there's folks in the world that could break an anvil with a rubber mallet. You go figure. But anyway, I wanted y'all to see that. It also just sits in there real pretty. All right, somebody take that and patent it. I love everybody. Y'all like and subscribe. Hit the bell and make comments. This General. I'm out.